Hello everyone and welcome to my daily report market analysis videos with me, Richard Perry, market analyst at Hantec on Tuesday the 15th of October. Markets have had a fairly mixed outlook early into European trading today. There has been a big jump on sterling actually. The news flow surrounding this Brexit deal or prospective Brexit deal that's being potentially sort of thrashed out between the European Union and UK negotiators. It's sort of still possible, according to Michel Barnier, the chief negotiator for the EU. The Brexit deal is still possible this week, apparently. So subsequently, we've seen sterling jumping higher on the back of that. But other than that, little real direction. It looks as though that the dollar is just sort of remained a little bit subdued, actually, this week, following on from that phase one deal between the US and China that was agreed last week. Markets are taking that as a little bit of an uncertain move, actually, because Steve Mnuchin is still talking about the prospect of further trade tariffs in December. So it sort of put a little bit of a pin in the improvement in risk appetite that we'd seen certainly the back end of last week. It's interesting that Treasury yields have opened after yesterday's Columbus Day. They've opened lower, about sort of 6-7 basis points on both 10-year and 2-year. So that's sort of seen a little bit of a mixed outlook, a little bit of a less positive line. But it's interesting that actually we've seen US futures around about 0.4-0.5% higher, and that's helped European equities to rebound. FTSE 100, another day of underperforming when sterling has been strong. So that's an interesting move. Still, that correlation plays out. The oil price has been falling, fell back yesterday, and is sort of remains under a little bit of pressure to sort of put a question mark around the prospect of this recovery that we've seen in the last week or so on oil. But broadly speaking, we're seeing a little real direction in markets today. In terms of data points, we've had the Chinese inflation data a little bit of a tick higher. That on inflation, and that would help to sort of bolster a little bit of risk appetite. But broadly speaking, nothing real in terms of direction that we got off that data. We've got the UK unemployment and wage growth at 9:30, expected to hold at 4% on wage growth. So that would be positive for UK economy if that were to be seen. And then later on into the afternoon, we're looking out for New York Fed manufacturing, which actually has come out already, strangely. Aside from the UK data, we've got little real to drive market sentiment this afternoon other than the Brexit deal prospects. Okay, so that takes me on to my chart of the day. Oh, actually, that reminds me, we've got a couple of Fed speakers. Esther George and James Bullard, both dissenters on the opposite ends of the scale. Strong hawk for Esther George, strong dove for Bullard. What they're going to come out with today, that could be interesting. So my chart today is Euro Swissy. Now, Euro Swissy has been improving in the last week or so. We've seen the improvement in the outlook for the euro breaking out above 110 big figure against the dollar, and that is really sort of filtering through into Euro Swissy. It seems as though that trend lower of Euro Swissy over the last sort of 5-6 months or so is now bottoming out. Is this turning into a big base pattern? At the moment, it's a consolidation pattern, it's a range. But the market is edging higher, looking to test that resistance. 110.20 was the reaction high in September. We had an intraday breakout, but didn't make it into the close. Can you see a closing breakout above 110.20 to complete this as a base pattern? Above 110.55 would certainly confirm that. That pivot line at 110.55 would confirm that as a breakout. So we are seeing momentum indicators improving, RSI above 60, MACD lines accelerating above neutral, stochastics up towards positive configuration, looking better. So I think this is a market that is now buying into weakness. You've got the 109.70 basis of support in the last couple of days, the market building from that, pulling back higher this morning, and it certainly looks as though the market is starting to find support at old breakout levels. That 110.70 line, basically 110.70 to 110.80, nice basis of support there now. So it's all looking fairly much along the lines of improvement on Euro Swissy, and I think that that's certainly continuing if you can get a closing breakout above 110.55. So the outlook for the euro continues to take a line of improvement, and I think that is obviously continuing to show through on Euro Swissies. So with that in mind, I wish you good luck in your trading today. Click here to subscribe to our analysis videos, and also go to our website where you can sign up for our webinars.